I was a country guy, and my partner was a rock and roll guy.
Oh, totally.
He taught me about rock and roll.
Totally.
So do a little rock and roll here tonight.
Okay, I
Show
can
me
do
a
some
little rock and
animals.
roll. Bring it up, bring it up.
Just mad about saffron. Saffron's mad about me. I'm just mad about saffron. She's just mad about me. They call me Mellow Yellow. Quite right. They call me Mellow Yellow. Quite right. Electrical banana. A sudden craze. Electrical banana.
That's enough right there. Stop the music. Stop the music. That's enough. Stop the music. Shut up! 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 Shut up!
This scene from Breaking Bad is brought to you by some
Breaking Bad.
Yes, don't do that.
We forgot to tell these people.
Don't do drugs.
Bruce, we forgot to tell them.
Don't do
this in our second.
I know.
In our second 50 years.
50 years.
We're
going to start over.
We have dedicated ourselves to tell people.
Don't do drugs.
Just you young people.
Yeah.
Just you young people.
You old people, too late.
Yeah.
You're already on 7 or 8 prescription drugs.
God, I don't see one young person in here. Is there anyone? Do you see them? Well, anyway, if you are young, there are some young people in here, okay? Do not do drugs.
No.
Do not do drugs.
That's so what
This is what happens when you do drugs.
I'm not proud of it. I've smoked a ton of weed.
Yes. He's still...
And it's good for you. It's good for you. You never seen any of the Surgeon General's warnings on them little bags.
I don't know about that.
It also shrinks hemorrhoids.
I don't know about that.
If you smoke it that way.
All right, so anyway,
keep the one in the lid.
we just need to tell you, do not do drugs. I tell people wherever we go, I say, I'm 68 years old. I've never done an illegal drug in my life.
I will vouch for that Indian right there. He is 68 years old. He's 68 in real years. In Indian years is only 37 because they don't count the years they don't work.
Younger people, if you want that drug-like effect, all you have to do is wait till you get to be our age, and then stand up real fast. My God, you will get that drug-like shit. Will spin, lights will fade, you will fall, hit your head on the coffee table, and bleed to death because of the cumin in your system.
So don't do drugs. Don't do those opioids. Those opioids are killing more people. That is an epidemic.
It's not an epidemic. And I am sick and tired of the government trying to step up and blow $300 billion of my hard-earned tax money to save some hunky son of a bitch that got himself hooked on drugs. If you're hooked on drugs, get yourself unhooked. I don't believe that the government needs to do a damn thing about it.
I don't think
too many of you white people here now.
Change the name. Change the name of that opioid, because Opie was a good kid, and his dad, Sheriff Taylor, was well respected in the town of Mayberry.
He believes this. He actually believes this. Opie.
And don't do meth. Don't do meth, because then you get scabs and your gums get all bleedy.
That's right.
And everything, and no girl is going to want to do you unless she's got scabs and bleedy gums. Bleeding gums.
That's right. She would be from Grafton also. So
Why can't she be from Cavalier?
I don't know.
So Cavalier.
I don't know. Every time we drive from Grand Forks over here, I see those signs.
I see a new town every time we come over here. It's like one crops up.
Like some of the towns, some of the new ones I saw yesterday. I can't remember. What they were, but anyway, that's what we do. We look at road signs and we look.
That's why we saw Wally's.
Yeah.
Had a big ass sign.
You couldn't,
Well, not a big ass sign.
you couldn't stop from seeing Wally's. It was a huge,
Lips.
huge sign out there, and then of
Yeah.
course we were looking for a place later in the evening anyway. So,
Yeah.
how late's Wally's open? Does anyone know?
Well, Saturday, they're probably open till 2, because I think North Dakota law, 2 o'clock.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I just made that up.
Yeah. If you have a bar, can they be open till 2?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So is Wally's a bar then?
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that serves food and has ladies of the evening? They're not ladies of the evening, no, they're dancers, right? Professional dancers?
Yes, Mr. Trump, they are.
And they're digging up stuff on Trump again. I don't care if he had an affair with a Playboy playmate.
And it was a playmate. It wasn't just
Yeah.
a girl that worked at the Playboy Mansion.
Yeah, and
it was actual. You fold out the thing, and there's.
Yeah, and I don't care if he had an affair
Yeah.
with a porn star, former porn star, or
Yeah.
I don't know. And I don't care if his lawyer paid $130,000 of his own money, yank on that deal, to hush up the porn star.
Yeah.
I don't care about that.
I don't
All I want him to do is to run this country the way it should be run,
Exactly.
and make America great again. That's what I care about, guys.
Needs to be great.
Get rid of those Hutterites and Mennonites.
No.
Nope.
No, that's not fair.
That's where I'd start.
You
But
know-
anyway,
You see what happened to Al Franken?
Al Franken,
yeah.
Yeah, he got that job with the Minnesota Vikings.
Yes, he did. He got the job as the offensive line coach.
Yeah.
Minnesota Vikings, and he taught them how to avoid that illegal use of the hands.
Yeah. And do you know why North Dakota does not have a professional football team? You know why?
Why?
Minnesota would want one.
Minnesota would want one too if they did. Them Vikings have been letting me down for 40 years.
Boy, and that
maybe
was,
more.
That was so fun
Since
to see him.
Tarkington.
It was so fun to see him beat New Orleans. Though.
They didn't beat New Orleans. New
Well-
Orleans took a dive.
Well,
Somebody had a lot of money on that bet, and the guy
Yeah.
said, I better drop this goddamn ball then.
yeah.
And get out of the way.
Yeah.
And he
then,
just tippy-toed in for a touchdown.
And I wasn't really I wanted to see Philadelphia win, but I was not a big fan of Philadelphia after I saw all those videos of how they treated the Minnesota football fans and stuff.
How did they treat them?
They threw full cans of beer at them. And
Well, that's
just
what you do when you're an
cuss.
NFL fan.
No, you
do that.
don't.
Yeah, they do that shit.
No, that's
why they don't sell metal cans and bottles in the football stadiums. Everything's plastic, so nobody gets really bad hurt.
Well, this was outside of the stadium. As people were walking into the stadium, they're hurling cans, huge cans at them. and
Which,
stuff.
you know,
And that's a
there's
deadly
one or
weapon.
two, as Trump would say, there, you got to hear both
bet.
sides of the story.
Yeah. Look, Indian drink good water now. You stick with white man, soon no longer have to poop by big rock.
How do you know that these Eagle fans were not provoked by these Norwegian fans
No,
going
they were
in?
not provoked.
What if they were saying
not provoked.
They were,
No.
doing chants, to antagonize the Eagles.
Yeah. Like apples, peaches, sauerkraut. We're from Medina, 9 miles out.
Yeah. They could have said that. Or they may have said chicken on a fence post.
Rooster in the ditch. Come on, Edina, beat Ipswich.
Yeah. Had to rhyme with ditch. So.
Yeah.
All right. So, well, you don't know. I'm just saying you don't know because the Eagle fans were.
Yeah.
They turned
Ice
shit
cream,
over
ice
when they
cream
won.
in a dish. Edina women smell like fish.
Yeah. And they do.
Edina, was ist los? We got a bus that really goes.
Yeah, and they do. So all of this is going on, and anyway, the Eagles won the big Super Bowl.
That was an exciting game.
It
That's
was a
one of the most
good game.
exciting
I
games
thought
I've seen in Super Bowl history there.
what's his name, the little white boy that sang?
The sang? Oh,
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake,
Yeah.
I thought he did a good job.
He did a great job.
Enjoyed his,
at
you know,
halftime.
parading around with hundreds of women following him around and
Yeah.
taking selfies in the audience and
Oh,
all
that
It
was so
really,
cool.
Really cool, yeah. And that's the way it should be, and that's the way we should be
Yeah.
in this country. There should be no
Yeah.
Democrats and no Republicans. We
Right.
should just be one of the people, by
One
the
tribe,
people, for
one
the
tribe.
people.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
you know, but the white people know you can't have it that way.
No.
You guys, no, you're either with us or against us.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and you just want to bitch slap those people that say that. Because I believe that we can all be one team and still have separate views
We should have an Indian president. We should have a Native American be our next president. It would be time, and that way we could get back to what matters most, Mother Earth.
That's right.
Mother Earth is the giver of life, sustainer of life. We take care of Mother Earth, everything falls into place.
Absolutely.
And if we had an Indian president, he would just give shit away.
Yes. First thing we do is have an Indian casino in every town. And make white people work harder. But yeah, this is what I believe. I don't believe there should be this and that. I think we should all be one. And that's what I'm going to strive for.
Would you sing that Gatlin Brothers song?
Larry Gatlin wrote this tune. I don't want to cry this early this morning. Cry I will if you go through with her and me today. I don't want to cry this early this morning. So lay back down and love me and leave the demon to later on. I don't wanna think about tomorrow. Lord knows I got my hands full, just worrying about today. And if it's true that God sees every sparrow when it falls, he sees me falling when you up and walk away. I don't wanna cry this early this morning. Cry I will if you go through with leaving me today. I don't wanna cry this early this morning. So lay back down and love me and leave the demon to later on. Lay back down and love me and leave the demon to later on. I don't wanna cry. Sad song. A sad song. I don't want to cry this early this morning.
Yeah.
So lay back down and
And let's get it on again.
yeah. Leave it for later on. And that's
Essentially, he's forcing her to have sex
Well-
one more time.
and of course there'll be some Me Too women saying, "Oh yes,
Yeah.
I suffered from that.
Yeah.
I went through that.
Uh-huh.
He wouldn't let me go.
Yeah.
I've locked a few of them in the room myself."
And Larry Gatlin has had his share of.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And I saw his picture out there on the wall. And of course, if you've been around the casino here, you've seen all of the great photography.
Legendary.
That the legendary Rock Tweten, who's right here, stand-up Rock, and
Wave to the
all those photos of all those artists out there.
He was a rock and roll star.
Yeah.
Played lead guitar for Bon Jovi. And he was with the Stones.
Yeah. And he,
No, he got stoned.
No, he got stoned
And listened to Bon Jovi. That's what it was. And thought he was
But
a
he
rock
played
star.
banjo too.
He
was
does.
in a band.
Played banjo.
And
Oh.
you heard about that banjo player in Nashville the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Parked his car in front of Ryman Auditorium.
Damn shame.
Left his banjo in the car, and he came back, and the windows
3
were all
hours.
busted out, and 6 more banjos had been thrown in. But I'll tell you what.
Well, let me tell you,
he's a great
speaking of
artist.
that, though, let me tell you about the class reunion, 25 years.
Oh, yeah.
This gal had married a guy who didn't graduate from high school with her, and their 25-year anniversary come up, or what do they call it?
The reunion.
Reunion, class reunion. And she said, honey, we're going to the class reunion.
I got my 50th.
He said, you know, dear, I don't know many of your classmates. Why don't you just go and have a good time and, you know, rekindle some of those friendships? And she said, no, honey, you're going.
Oh.
I want you to meet my friends from high school. So, of course, she, you know,
He begrudgingly goes.
he went, you know, and they had the banquet, and the MC got through, and awards were all given and all that, and then the band was out there playing, and they just kind of turned their chairs around, was having drinks, watching the dancers, and there was one guy out there, one guy. I mean, you know, every class had, this guy's a clown. He's backflipping, he's doing splits, he's doing, you know, cartwheels and all this, and the gal, she taps her husband on the knee, and she says, you see that guy out there doing all that dancing? He said, yeah. He said, you know, he asked me to marry him 25 years ago, and I said no. The husband looked out there and said, well, looks like he's still celebrating. I don't know what that had to do with rock, but I just...
Well, let's tell them about the other class reunion where the gal got the cheap boob job.
Yeah,
before she
it
went.
was another 25-year deal. And,
Yeah, she wanted to make sure she was...
The gal had no chest in high school at all.
Yeah.
And she went through life that way until she got a good job. She broke that glass ceiling and became an executive
CEO
somewhere, and had all the money she needed, and she went and got these implants.
She opted for a cheap
But
one.
they were cheap ones, so you know she had to pump them up whenever she got. So she goes to the high school reunion, and sure enough, there's the old college high school quarterback. What was his name?
Steve.
Steve. You know, and she goes up and says, Steve, so good to see you. You are just looking great. Bat, she's batting her eyes, pumping these things. So Steve looked at her and says, well, you're looking pretty good yourself. This is what
Again, Rock Tweten is right down here, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy those photographs that he has taken. There's over 30 years worth of photographs at the Fritz Center, Chester Fritz Center in Grand Forks. So if you get down there too, enjoy those photographs, because this is a part of history, and that's what makes this particular